Welcome back, everybody, to my platform. Those of you that are returning, those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. In fact, if you're new, you may not even want to stay and watch my platform because coming September, I will not be on YouTube any longer. Okay. I have been telling people consistently that watch me that they need to like the video, and they won't do it. Not only that, I used to have people that would come on and give me super chats, and they would ask me questions, and I would answer their question for a $20 super chat. I do not have anybody doing that anymore, which means I don't have an income for the month of September, which means I quit. Okay. So, it's the 19th right now. Y'all have a little bit of time where you can still utilize my assistance and my abilities. But after that, just know that I'm not ever going to fucking come back here. 1, due to the bullying. 2, due to the fucking shadow banning and gatekeeping bullshit that's done on this platform. And 3, due to people that say they support me, can watch my videos every day for fucking free, but have never sent a super chat, a thank you, don't like the video, no kindness, no respect, no fucking gratitude, what the fuck soever. So that's where I'm at with you people. I quit. I'm not going to continue to abuse myself and neglect my own needs when I have bills that I have to pay. I have a life that I have to take care of, and I'm here taking care of your life, helping you guys find the answer to your problems, setting you on the right path, and nobody's even fucking grateful for it. So again, when you do not have me in the future, it's because of you ingrate pieces of shit that exist now. And you guys can just have the rest of the false fucking prophets and the psychics that are not even fucking real. You guys can get led in the wrong direction and get told bullshit and be confused as fuck for the rest of your existences. I don't care. I really don't. I work for God. I don't work for you. So, if God says that this is a toxic environment, I don't need to be doing it anymore, then God will provide something else for me. Yeah, I'm sure you guys do appreciate me, just not enough to, support me back or, match my energy in any type of fucking way. So again, I'm not reading people's comments. I don't need to be contaminated with other people's energy any longer. I'm taking care of myself now. And so, if you guys have a question, you can send us $20 super chat. But if it's just comments, I'm not going to be scrolling back to read y'all's comments and shit like that. I don't need to fucking contaminate my energy any longer. And me having to deal with y'all's demons after the session's over, how fucking fair is that? Like, literally, just from interacting with people, I have to deal with people's demonic fucking influences after their reading. Like, what the fuck? Not only am I getting drained, having the evil eye cast at me, not being appreciated, not being fucking valued, but on top of that, I'm getting attacked by your all's fucking demons and shit after I get off the live stream. Fuck this shit. No. Okay? No. So anyways, like I said, take advantage of the little time that I have left because I will not fucking be here in the future. Okay? I cannot create free content and make less than 20 cents a fucking video, okay, on these bullshit ads that YouTube creates with nobody donating or being charitable in any type of way. This entire platform runs off of donations and charities and shit like that. You guys have not been fucking good to me, not at all. Point blank, period. If you guys had been doing right by me, I wouldn't have to make this announcement that I'm not going to be here in the fucking future. So anyways, I don't even feel like praying. I ask that God continue to protect me. I ask that God finds me a new job, finds me a better job, finds me a job where I can actually get paid fucking money for my time and my efforts, and finds people that are actually grateful of me to bring to me, people that actually need my assistance, that are more than willing to send a $20 super chat, which is like the fucking cheapest goddamn shit ever. And then people promise me, oh, I'll donate after this live. No, they don't. Every single time someone says, oh, I'll get you back, I'll donate after the live. Every fucking time they say that, they do not do that. So fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. I'm done. Like I said, it's the 19th right now. You have about 10 more days of my, like, however many more days until the month of September starts. Then I am fucking out of here. And I'm never going to come back. The way that I've been fucking treated is complete bullshit. Complete fucking bullshit. So I ask that God finds me another job. One that actually makes money. Anyways, so yeah, all of the witches and warlocks and fucking losers and fake psychics, all of them won. You guys allowed their witchcraft to kick out the real one. All that shit. I'm not even doing this disclaimer anymore. It's in the description box below. If you can't take care of yourself, get the fuck off my platform. I'm tired of this repetitive bullshit. Thank you, Fashionista. Thank you so much. That makes me feel a little bit better. I feel completely fucking hopeless, like just really scared because I'm not going to be able to pay my fucking shit in September, which means I lose. Basically, I start to lose items and shit, like homes and cars and things that, like food, you know? And the government doesn't want to fucking give me assistance. I've been trying to get disability for about 3 fucking years now, and they keep denying my claim, even though my doctor says I'm disabled. And so, you know, it's just a really bullshit situation. And then I have all these people that pray against me all the time. The shit is infuriating. But thank you, Fashionista, for sending that. That gives me a little bit of hope. Like if I could just get it turned around by the time that August comes, then maybe I can stay doing readings, but I will not have enough energy to work, you know, a full-time job or a part-time job that's most likely going to make me sick and create content. Yeah. Thank you, Fashionista. I'm glad that you get it. So these people need to run you your money. Whoever has stolen your money, stolen an inheritance, God is irate. God is irate with the way that people are showing and not showing their appreciation for your all's lives. Thank you. I pray for a miracle too. Either God makes it so that I can, you know, feed myself and take care of myself through this platform, or God finds me another job. Something else to do. And maybe that's what God wants. I don't know. Maybe that's what God wants, is me to find another job, because this job has become very toxic, where it's giving, and people taking and then projecting their shit on me. And I want the best for you guys. I want the best for my collective, always. The 7 of Pentacles. This is exactly what we're talking about. A major turning point in finances. Somebody did some fucking spell work. They did some spell work to cover up an inheritance or a large sum of money that's supposed to be yours. Something that you were supposed to inherit from somebody in the family. And then maybe they decided to steal it from you. These people are going to suffer for the rest of their life in poverty. Because not only are they going to have to pay back what was stolen, they're going to have to pay it back with interest. And if you have suffered along the way in any type of way. Thank you, Shaman Maria. Thank you. Yeah, with the spiritual fatigue. Like, if these people have tried to keep you away from your money in any type of way, they're going to suffer greatly for that. Because I do feel like it's not fair, you know, for you to have to go through working a job, whatever it is, or even collecting benefits. Like, you wouldn't even need benefits if these people would have given you your money. And that's why, like, you know, if this is family that's done this, I don't know who these people are to you, but they wanted to see you breadcrumbed. They wanted to see you broke. That they didn't want to see you get this money or this large inheritance. In fact, they never wanted to see that. And so they were working so hard against it that you're going to see these people penniless and poor, truly penniless and poor. Like, literally. Exactly what they wanted for you will happen to them times infinity. Because they should not have done this. If you were given money, like you were supposed to get money as a child, these people hid it from you. They lied to you and they betrayed you. And they've been living it up, having money and everything like that, while you've been basically almost forced to live on the streets and shit. That's not okay. That's not okay. It's time for God to bring the hammer down on these people now. You know, I know that they're going to live for the rest of their life in poverty because they tried to put you guys in a situation that would reflect that. The Knight of Cups. And the moment that I remove my energy from YouTube, the protection that upholds YouTube, it goes with me. It goes right the fuck with me. This is all because of some losing ass person that wants to make a love offer to you. They feel like they need to break you down to nothing so that they can come in and save the day. You would never accept this person into your life, no matter what they did. I don't care if they stripped you down to nothing. You would never accept them. The Five of Cups. So this person that wants to come in and offer you a cup of love. They want to offer you a cup of love only so that they can drain you. This is like what these people are coming in to do, pretending to be friends and shit like that when they're not. It talks about how grief, regret, and setbacks and the loss of a relationship, friend, or valued possession. These people lost you. Like, the moment that they decided to steal your money from you and not give it to you is the moment that these people lost you. So the grind code, please send me a $20 super chat with your question and I will answer your question. And please don't spam the chat with your question over and over again. I saw it the first time. Okay. So literally, this person could be someone from your past that wants to come back in. Whatever they're connected to, they need to stay away from you because they've got death following them. The Magician. They see you over here as a magician, magically getting your needs met. Why shouldn't you magically get your needs met? If you have a need, the universe should have already taken care of that need. Whether it's a financial need, a physical need, a mental need, whatever it is. You really don't need a knight in shining armor coming in to rescue you. That's where these people get shit twisted up. They feel like they're going to breadcrumb you to the point where you're on the streets begging for fucking food. And then they feel like they're going to come in and rescue you. They have to beat you down to be able to build you back up, which is insane and crazy to me. Why not just leave somebody alone and let them live their life? Like, what the hell? This person thinks that you're using magic to stay out of poverty. If you have to use magic to stay out of poverty, then this person's most likely going to lose their life because they should not have been trying to put you in poverty. And by them stealing your inheritance, keeping money away from you, keeping secrets from you, and trying to make a turning point in your finances, it's got them facing regret and setbacks. These people are not going to know what to do in the future. The world, literally, the magician in the world, you have world-renowned success. Like, you could be like me. Like, I was in the cover of Lightworker magazine. I've been working as a psychic for many years and with people all over the world. I'm already really known. You could be really known as well. This world could also be about doing something on the internet. These people thought that they were going to stop your only way of having income. No, they're not. I know that God can create miracles, and if God still wants you in the position that you're in, God will force this paperwork that I'm seeing. I'm literally seeing a vanilla folder with paperwork and paperwork and paperwork of your guys' names and how much money was supposed to be given to you. And I feel like somebody at a bank signed some illegal court documents. Here comes the government. I'm specifically getting this Knight of Swords is like a auditor or something like that. Is that what they're called? Auditors, people that look at, like, is this somebody that's investigating? Because they're like, okay, if you need government assistance and these people look up in the system and see that you have an inheritance that should have been given to you, then they're going to be like, well, why don't you just give this person their fucking money and allow them to pay their bills with it? Somebody could have tried to get power of attorney over you in court. If these are your family members and you find out that any of this is true, I would, yeah, you don't have an income. What the fuck? If you find out that any of this is true, I would never speak to that family member again, because this is the worst thing that you could ever do to somebody. Try to make them homeless. That's the worst thing that anybody could ever do to somebody. And the situation that I was in, I had a condo where all of my finances were paid for. I had like a situation, but then the police and my neighbors and everyone around me wanted me out of that living situation. So now I'm in a living situation that I have to pay for, and I can't afford it. Well, I could afford it when I was making, regular money, but like I said, I can't afford it. And so they've really put me in a bad situation. I feel like you could have had a situation that was paid for. Maybe it was like paid housing. And then all of a sudden you got ripped out of that behest of this losing ass piece of shit that's going to burn in hell. Judgment. That's up under judgment. And they have to walk away. They have to walk away from doing this death magic. This person's been doing death magic on you for years. On your finances, to stop your finances for years. I really pray that God finds them and they get pulled into the pits of despair that they've tried to put you in. I pray that the darkness binds them and they're never, ever set free. I pray that they have to go through every single thing that you've ever had to struggle with financially. Because what I say about them, they have to walk away from doing this death magic. They were doing death magic for years. For years. I'm getting like 10 and more years. They were doing this death magic for years. Now it's time for all of it at once to be sent back to these people. And not only are they going to lose a valued friend, a valued family member, literally. These people were driven by the devil. This is also a death of the devil energy. A major death. And this is a 10 of swords for that devil energy. I guess the devil just thought that they were going to make you broke. Yeah, you were property manager of your parents' house while they were alive, free rent. Yeah. Yeah. The sun. This is bringing illumination, shining it down on the people that were around you. Because if you're the sun and you take your presence away, people are going to be very sorry. They're going to be very sad. They're going to be very lost, confused. This is why I say it's very dangerous to fuck with people. Like fucking with doing death magic on people's finances. That's not funny. That's not cute. That's not okay. These greedy ass, horrific individuals that call themselves your family members and friends that didn't want to see you succeed, they're going to suffer the most. Because they literally were trying to take food out of your mouth, clothes off of your back, and a roof from over your head with the 5 of Pentacles. They were trying to make you completely fucking homeless. That is insane to me. Now they're going to be betrayed and homeless. They should not have tried to do this. I do feel like God's always going to come through for you guys. But God also doesn't want you in the same position to where these people can attack you. There's got to be something that can be done to protect yourself from these people and to make it so that it becomes public court knowledge that you have an inheritance that's been stolen from you. Because that's specifically what I'm getting up, is that these people are such haters. They just don't want to see you succeed. Okay, well, then they can not succeed. Since what they wanted for you is going to happen to them, they cannot succeed. These people will not be successful. Yeah, there you go. Spiritually fatigued. What the fuck? They tried it. Yeah, they definitely did try it. They definitely did try it this time. And the thing is like they've been doing this death magic for a very long time. The fact that God has not completely killed these people and punished them with like leprosy, it surprises me, because God of the old Bible, of the Old Testament, would have annihilated these people immediately. Now these people and their devil energy, they're going to have to answer to God in the great assembly. And God's going to say, why were you trying to steal a 10 of Pentacles? Why were you trying to stop my child from being able to make money? Why were you spying on them with the Page of Swords? Why were you doing all of this shit? And these people are going to have nothing other to say than, we didn't want them to see them with it. Okay, so you would rather have seen my child on the streets begging, poor, not able to feed themselves or take care of themselves, and the government wasn't going to give a fuck. Your own family's not going to give a fuck. These people just don't care. They don't care to see. They're just, as long as they can get what they need. But it's like, holy shit, that's not okay. You need as well. In fact, you actually have legacy, and legacy isn't what we give our children, because we can't expect our children to pick up where we left off. Our legacy is what we leave this world. Sorry, I had to kill that insect. Fucking douchebag. Anyways, so this does talk about, investing in the stock market, investing in a home. I feel like these people have tried so hard to get you to give up on yourself and to get you to give up on doing this light work that you do. And you could have been not seeing a whole lot of return come in from it. It's because these people have been doing death magic with the devil, trying to stop you from your divine life purpose, creating money illusions around you and your name. And I swear, if you have to ask the government for assistance and they don't give you assistance, God is going to start taking the lives of the people in the government, putting them out on the street and making them go through the same shit that you have to go through, so that they can learn a lesson not to do it again. You had vitamins, T. Yeah. You went months without food. Yeah, that is not cool. That's not cool. And the fact that the government doesn't just give people food is beyond me. Like, people that cannot afford food, we let children starve. All of this shit for the love of money. This is because somebody doesn't want you to be financially successful. I don't think it's within their power to say who gets to be financially successful and who doesn't. It's really none of their business. What you do with your life is none of these people's business. I do feel like it may be better if you never speak to these family members again. After you find out who they are and what they've been doing, I would just never speak to them again, because this is so offensive. The 10 of Wands. These people will be carrying a 10 of Wands burden, massive burdens. And truly, I think somebody was trying to test you, like, oh, are you being a shaman? Are you being a healer just for money? Well, no, it's not just for money. You're not doing anything just for money. You're doing it because you like to do it. But making money is something that everybody has to do unless they are an heiress to something. You know what I mean? So to be coming down hard on spiritual teachers because they ask for financial support back from the people that they serve is insane to me. Like, how is somebody going to try to make you feel guilty because you want payment for your services? What the fuck? These people are carrying so many burdens. They wanted to lay these burdens down on you, and they're going to be the ones having to deal with it. Look at this, 3 of Pentacles. They were trying to stop a community from giving to you. Literally, these people were trying to stop a community from supporting you, from giving to you. And they did go to a witchcraft practitioner. In fact, they went to many witchcraft practitioners, and the one that I'm picking up on now that they went to, this person will be passing away very soon. And then it's going to travel very quickly through the spiritual realm. And in the physical, it's going to travel very, very, very quickly. Literally. That this person attacked a chosen one and attacked a chosen one's finances. And then died because of it. The Hermit. Yeah, chosen one that was already isolated. I feel like you guys are lucky to have been saved from this energy, even though it still affected your life. These people are going to get what they deserve. They're literally already carrying it. You know, these people spend a lot of money on shit that they don't need, on prostitutes and shit like that they don't need. Literally, they spend a lot of money on shit that they don't need. And instead of doing right by somebody, these people will always do dirty to people because they're dirty people. A 7 of Swords. Yeah, many choices confront you. Only one is correct. Any other choice that these people, you know, you haven't even made money being a healer yet. Yeah, well, there's a reason for that. It's because people are trying to stop you from doing that. Again, who in the fuck has this much time to where they can sit around just plotting to ruin and destroy somebody else's life? That's insane to me. Why would anybody do this to another person? Because death magic is going back to whoever sent it. And whoever sent it, they're going to have to answer to God for why they were doing this. And why they've been trying to stop you from being able to create a successful career on your own. I mean, it's one thing enough to steal your inheritance, but then to try to block your work when you're actually working a real job and helping people and serving the public, that's a whole nother thing. It's like they've already fucking done the worst to you. Now they come back in to do the final stab. It's like, no. There is a King of Pentacles deal maker that's involved in this that literally has made some type of bet or wager that they can get you to quit doing your divine life purpose and they can take you off your path. They've literally made some type of bet. This person is an idiot. And the devil's going to backstab these people all at the same time. Because God's saying, you know what, devil, I've had enough of this. I don't want to see it anymore. And so now this devil is going to put these people in the 5 of Pentacles after betraying them completely and totally in every type of way. The 2 of Wands. Yeah, this is like talking about how you're going to command the respect and attention of other people. And people are going to listen to you. They're going to help you. And they're also going to support you. And that the people that have tried to stop you from receiving any support, those people are going to have to answer for their actions and why they have been so cruel and sadistic to someone who's never done anything to them at all. I mean, you have never hurt and harmed these people. You never gave them bad advice. You never did anything but help these people. So for them to be complete assholes to you, it's uncalled for, and God is disgusted. God is absolutely abhorred and disgusted. These people wanted you to be in the 9 of Swords real bad. Archangel Michael showing up. Archangel Michael is going to protect you and is going to protect you getting this business off the ground. And if these people want to come up against Archangel Michael and the angelic hosts, then Archangel Michael is going to start putting people in their place. Literally. Literally, Archangel Michael is going to put people in their place while clearing them and extracting this person from your energy. I feel like this person was they were smiling in your face and going behind the scenes and then betraying you. And you could have cut this person off. You could have been realizing every time I talk to this person, something bad happens. It's because they were using that communication that you were having with them as an open door to steal from you and to cause death in your life. And what a horrible, evil fucking person. These people don't care about what happens to them in the afterlife. The Eight of Wands, they don't care. They're at a crossroads. They don't care what happens to them next. I don't care what happens to them next. Your creative vision is protective. You guys also have, the Three of Wands. Through careful planning, a project long in your dreams will be realized. A new business idea is assured. Anticipate obstacles and visualize how you'll overcome them long before they appear. Develop contacts. This could also be talking about you developing contacts with writing. I feel like there may be an Ace of Pentacles that's due to you via your writing. So you could be working on a project right now. And it could be both shamanism and it could be, shamanism, healing, Reiki, whatever. It could be that, and it could be this body of work that you're working on. It's going to bring you public recognition. And the sad part is that if you do have to, if you do have to walk away from helping other people, then the people that need you, they're going to find your writing and then they're going to contact you and they're going to need assistance. And you're going to be like, I'm sorry, but I gave my assistance for a certain amount of time. And it was basically, people tried to stomp on me for that. So these people have been trying to keep you from getting this Ace of Pentacles and having stability. And they better not want stability in their life. This person that works for YouTube, that YouTube has not fired yet, because they see you with this Four of Pentacles. They see you with an inheritance. I really feel like money is owed to you, to be honest. I feel like you have a family member that has worked against you receiving this money. The Hangman, that's literally tried to sacrifice you so that they could receive the money. In what world will it happen where they sacrifice you and they get money that they didn't even earn? That's bad enough that they're trying to steal the money that it was left to you, but now they want to take the money that you work your ass off every day to earn. That's crazy. Yeah, we're always waiting on the cops to do their fucking job. Lazy ass pieces of shit. They really are. We're always waiting on the cops to do their fucking job. It's pathetic. It makes me like hopeless. Like I have no hope for even the future because I know the police are not going to do the right thing. They're going to continue to take bribes and do the wrong thing, basically, when it comes to y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy how people act. It's just crazy to me. It's crazy how people act. The Eight of Swords, literally, these people will be going to jail. They will have to pay back every penny that they stole and spent because these people were not supposed to be spending your money. If they had any type of conservator over your finances, they were supposed to be taking that money and paying your bills and paying your grocery fee and all of that for you until you could do that on your own, which you can do that on your own now. So there's no reason for them to be over your money at all. Exactly. It's like there's no reason for them to be over your money at all. And I don't feel like you guys have spending problems. I feel like you guys are reasonable. I'm really tired of the ups and downs of life. And the fact that life would be smooth sailing if these people didn't exist. That's why it's such an abomination that they live now, because literally life would be just steady, straight, going normal. Everybody would have their needs met. But because these people exist, a lot of people don't get their needs met. A lot of people suffer and a lot of people starve. And it's because of the greed of this planet. How absolutely disgusting and greedy the people are, and crazy and ungrateful. I mean, I hope that this is not your family, but I feel like it is. The 10 of Cups, they left something that was supposed to be given, a 10 of Cups, a total wish fulfillment, which would be like you not having to work the rest of your life and just being able to pay for your own life, you know? And it's like just insane to me. These people are so demonic. It's crazy. It's very discouraging. I think that it would be better off if people like this never existed. I feel like if death could come through and wipe all of these people out, it would be, and I, even for myself, if this is a loved one to me that's stolen, that has put me in a position to where I have to fight and struggle for my life every fucking day to be able to feed myself, then I want that person to pass away. I don't give a fuck who they are to me. They're nobody to me if they put me through this shit. And that's how I feel about these people that call themselves your family. They're not fucking family. What type of family member makes somebody fucking homeless and intentionally tries to throw that energy on them? That's not family. What type of family does death magic on their own people? A strength. See, you have the strength that's unmatched. These people are like, oh, they can just make it again. No, what if you can't, though? There was a reason that money was left to you. And these people are, you know, they're very restless. They're very very empty, very shallow. They're going to be facing going to jail if they don't give you this money. I mean, it's going to be a lot of consequences. And when the Anunnaki come, that's another consequence that these people are going to have to answer to. Because those of us that are star seeds of the Anunnaki were left physical inheritances that were given down through the bloodline and given down through our parents. And so if they decided to fuck us over and steal our shit, then when the Anunnaki come back, if they're still alive, they're going to have to answer to those extraterrestrials why they did not take care of the collective. And this is because you're a high priestess. Everything seems like it's because you're a high priestess. Like, what the fuck? I feel like your intuition is what's going to get you justice in this situation. It's also going to make you a Queen of Pentacles. And these people are going to be in the Nine of Swords while you're over here celebrating with a soul tribe of family of people that love you and want to give to you, you know? Being popular, having a harvest. These people can try to oppress and suppress you for as long as they want. But like I said, we're coming up on September and November, and the Anunnaki are going to come back. They will come back. It's just part of their cycle of where they go. And when they come back, a lot of these people are going to try to all of a sudden run you your money. And you're going to like, oh, where is this coming from all of a sudden? The moment that people spot whatever Anunnaki ship comes through the clouds and shit, people are going to be shitting themselves because they know that what they did not do the right thing. And the Anunnaki have technology to measure how toxic people are. And the most toxic people on this planet, they'll be abducting into their spaceships and extracting their organs to feed to other creatures. So again, I'm not saying that the Anunnaki are positive. I'm just saying that some of us are seedlings of the Anunnaki, and there was a government agreement created with the government stating that you will give this amount of money in inheritance to the children of the Anunnaki, and you will do this. And if you do not do this, then when we come back in this year, people are going to die. Basically, they're going to be abducted. Yeah, Jezebel has been rampant. She's been fucking like just tearing people up left and right. I feel like these demonic forces are doing this shit right now because they know that they don't have a lot of time left. These reptilians that want to block and stop everyone, they know that they don't have enough time left. And trust me, if you've been microchipped, and most of you have been microchipped, the Anunnaki know exactly where to find you. It is not a fucking like, it's not going to, you like what your parents or whoever these elders are think that it's going to be like, oh, I've got to go search for collective. No, the fuck they don't. There's literally a microchip right in the up in the medulla oblongata for me. That's where they put my microchip. And if you were abducted by the Greys work for the Anunnaki. So they were the ones that installed that microchip. They're going to be able to find us no matter what. And literally, this Queen of Wands person that was behind stopping your money, I hope that they just vanish, to be honest. I wish that they would go away. I wish with all my heart and soul that they and their death magic and their poverty would go away and be taken away. And I hope that this is not a sister to you, somebody that, like, again, the Greys and the Anunnaki have the technology. They know who they've implanted these microchips into. They know who's the actual person supposed to be receiving the finances and the financial support. And so you may get asked, do you want to stay on this earth or do you want to come back with us? You may get asked that. And I'm feeling like the Anunnaki are going to trick a lot of people that are bad people to go with them. And then they're going to basically protect their own people and protect the people on earth that are descendants of them. But everybody else that goes with them, that goes to have a better life, will most likely be devoured in some type of way. So I do feel like there is an element of trickery, but it's not like negative. Not at least for us. It is for these people and these reptilians. I mean, that's all I can say is that these people function from the reptilian part of the brain. Yeah, the Jezza fake. Seriously. The Six of Cups. This is like how young you were when they microchipped you. You were like little. So yeah, they're going to be able to find the people that are their people and quickly. And if we've been abused, neglected, or mistreated in any way, the people that did that are going to have to answer for it, because that was not the plan. The plan was to create leaders through these experiments and stuff that the Greys were doing, to create leaders, people that are more psychic, more that are more aware and that can tap in easier. And those people were created, aka us chosen ones. And these people are pissed about that because we actually are left something. When the whole planet goes to shit, we're going to be left the world. And just like God said, the meek will inherit the earth. Not the weak, but the meek, which means the gentle, still, and kind people. And it's just going to be a whole transition. You may even receive news about this by seeing like lights in the sky. These lights in the sky are not meant to scare you. They're meant to make you aware that there's something there that's watching over you, and not in a bad way. It's, it's literally for your own safety and protection, because who knows what the FBI and CIA and whatever else exists out there would do if they knew that you are a child of the Anunnaki. I bet they would get their shit together and figure out how to make you so that you have everything that you could need and want in life. I bet that they would figure out how to do that if they could tell. But this was a test on humanity. Was humanity going to keep their deal with the Anunnaki? Were they going to do the right thing? This is why they don't have access to that same information that the Anunnaki and Greys do, because the Anunnaki wanted to see if the human race could be trusted. And this right here, this shit right here shows that it cannot be trusted. Straight up. Y'all may receive literal like blinking lies and shit like that. But yeah. And whatever these reptilians are, whoever they're hiding behind, because again, I feel like they've been trying to infiltrate people's family bloodlines, whoever they've been hiding behind this Queen of Wands. They love to manipulate witches and warlocks. These reptiles love to possess people that are fucking warlocks and witches. They love it because then they can utilize that human's energy to create about darkness for other people. They love that. They're in the tower, though. Literally in the tower. These people are so stupid. They're in the tower. They're in the Knight of Swords and the tower, which means they're not winning. They're going to face immense loss, and they were abusing their power financially. They're going to literally be sacrificed. Like literally, not metaphorically. These people will be abducted and sacrificed. And they'll have done so much to you by the time it comes for them to go missing and be abducted and sacrificed. If you even notice they're gone, you'll be like, good fucking riddance. I would never wish the shit that I'm going through now on anybody else alive or dead. I would never wish poverty on anybody at all, ever. I would never wish that on anyone. So for these people to be blood relatives and people in your family to be wishing that upon you just shows how much of a fucking loser they are, how much of a backstabbing betrayer they are, and how much of an ingrate they are. And this is why the human race can't be trusted. So there may be an annihilation, a complete annihilation and genocide of human race, because they have this scanning technology that they can scan people and see what their toxicity level is. And if it goes over a certain number or under whatever with their scanning thing, they're going to seriously take those people and feed them just to clean up the planet, just to get the lower vibrational people off of the planet. So when I tell people don't do black magic, it lowers your frequency. It makes you smell all this stuff. These people didn't listen. They were trying to send gnats and flies and bugs and roaches and shit like that to spy on you. Wow. That is so low. Sending insects to somebody, that is something that I cannot deal with. That just is disgusting to me. I am freaked out by bugs. Like I can deal with moth or like a fly, but they irritate me. I can deal with butterflies, but the creepy crawly feeling of a bug is scary to me. These people are so blocked. They're so blocked. Their heart, like me seeing the 3 of Swords with the 2 of Swords right after it, these people's hearts are majorly blocked. They also want to know what project, like I was saying, that you may end up becoming famous through something that you write. These people are trying to, see what it is that you're working on. Because they don't want to see you become successful off of that. And maybe they've been told by somebody that that's what the destiny is that it's going to be off of what you write, how you become successful. I don't feel like it's these people's business. There's definitely a King of Wands energy that keeps projecting the evil eye to you. This is somebody who's very envious, very jealous, very vindictive. This is the person that's possessed by the reptile. And I do feel like this person wants your attention desperately. They want your attention. They want your energy and attention. They want you to take the focus off of working and writing to put it onto them, which is insane to me. I feel like if it was meant for you to not focus on your work, then you wouldn't have the free time to complete the work like you do now, These people were trying to definitely bring a 5 of Wands. A 5 of Wands, definitely trying to bring that 5 of Wands secret opposition to your plans. And again, how would they know what your plans are? I feel like they're just guessing at this point. I don't feel like they actually know, but they're guessing at this point. Somebody needs to really give up on trying to betray you and needs to really focus on their own life. Because when these aliens get here, there's going to be a lot of explaining that even Trump will have to do. Everybody will have to explain. Everybody that is pulled up into their spaceship and questioned about why because there was deals that were made like presidents ago, presidents in the past, you know what I mean? Like Area 51 deals and shit like that. There were deals that were made with this government. See, you have a Wheel of Fortune. You're going to receive good news about your destiny, about this Wheel of Fortune. Like that's just in the cards for you. These people are trying to wait to see what that good news is. And I don't think that they're ever going to be given privy to what that good news is, because God knows that if these people were able to see your Wheel of Fortune and what was coming for you, they would destroy it. They would do everything that they could do to argue in the courts so that you couldn't get something. And this is truly pathetic that somebody hates you that much that they want to stop you from receiving anything in life. Who the fuck are they? Who are they to try to stop you from earning a living? When you come for someone's, see, these people think that it's not fair what God's going to do to them. These people feel like it's not fair what God is doing to them, what God's taking them through, because all they did was try to mess with your finances. No, bitch, motherfucker. They completely tried to mess with y'all's ability to provide and to be a provider and to your right to live. They messed with your ability to stay alive by messing with your money. So they didn't just fuck with your money. They fucked with your stability. They fucked with your right to stay alive. They fucked with your ability to feed yourself and take care of your children. They were trying to intentionally get you thrown out of your house, kicked out, and made poor and broke so you couldn't pay your bills. They intentionally tried to do that. They feel like it's drastic what God's doing to them, but God's just doing to them what they were doing to you. And so these people really are ignorant, you know? Yeah, their cause will affect them. Exactly. What they put out will come back to them. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. But yeah. Look at this. The Hierophant. There was a whole group of people that were supposed to run you your money. And I feel like this Hierophant now is coming to they can sense something with their intuition that something is off. This Hierophant group, this could be a judge, a lawyer, something. They can sense that something is really fucking off. And I like literally feel like if you have any court case that you go to in the month of September or November, these people are going to be set up. If they do not like give you your money and run you your finances, and if they don't keep their word, this is their last setup. And upon their decision whether they're going to give to you or not, they're going to be put in the death. And it, you know, yeah, ignorance is just as deadly as cancer. I agree with that. The Four of Wands, this is about your creative goals being completed. Like I was saying, could be about a body of writing that you're doing, something else that you're working on, shamanism, healing, Reiki, quantum touch, all of that stuff. Yeah. And these cops that were a part, everybody that was a part of it will be questioned. Because trust me, if the extraterrestrials come back and they demand answers, then the FBI and CIA are going to have to get on it real quick. And they're going to have to immediately get on it and look into what has been done so that they can provide some answers, or people are going to start going missing. Well, actually, let me take that back. People are going to go missing no matter what, because this shit's already been put into motion. So this is all about your work. You know, they're also going to be questioned why they were trying to stop you from working. The police in the reverse. Like, it's been like for 3 days now, maybe 4, that these cops keep coming out. They're going to face sudden misfortune. Their decadent attitude and restlessness, a strong desire to change one's life. They're obsessed with money and power. These cops are so crooked. They win by intimidation. This is like literally them being questioned, like, why the fuck did you do this? Why did you do this? What was your reasoning behind trying to stop a light worker, an earth angel, a chosen descendant of the Anunnaki? What the fuck was this even for? Why? Like, why cause anybody this amount of suffering, and why work this hard to stop somebody's money from coming in? Why? If these people are not reptiles themselves, reptilian ass mofos, then why? Because the only thing that would make sense to me is like they're you know, they're reptiles. They're reptiles wearing people's faces. Or it could be one or two reptiles jumping between person and person. Either way, the Anunnaki is not going to be pleased with that. The reason these people have done this is because they're possessed by a reptilian. Trust me, that's not going to be the answer that the Anunnaki want to hear. There's literally hieroglyphs of Anunnaki. I think they're in the Arizona desert in these caves that were found. But of the Anunnaki ripping people apart and eating them. So yeah, this Ace of Swords is still here for you. It's protecting your work. God is protecting your work. Even if things seem rough, don't give up, because God will have your back. These higher beings, the reason why you were abducted when you were younger is so you could be microchipped, so that when these beings came back, because they come back on a certain year cycle, that they'd be able to locate you. For example, they may not know where I'm at. They may think that I'm in South Africa, or they may think that I'm somewhere else. But when they get here, they're going to be able to directly pinpoint exactly where we are, due to the microchip that was installed in our medulla oblongata that is still there, that cannot be transmuted and cannot be destroyed, from my understanding and personal experience. Yeah, everybody thinks that they're the one. Like, literally, everyone thinks that they're the one. But the ones that are actually the ones were marked. And that's why I'm saying, I know that the people that are coming to me actually are the ones that were abducted and shit. Not everybody has that experience and that story. And if you have remembered anything from your abduction, you have to understand that the Greys have technology to erase all parts of your all parts of your memory, like straight up, to the point where it would be a blank and you would never know that they were there. The fact that they've left these memories, you know what I mean, is for you to look and remember that you're a part of something greater. Wow. Yeah. You asked them to triple shield you. I love that. I love that. I think Steve Noble has a meditation that's like a 12th dimensional shield. I felt like that one really, really worked. Yes, we all have the ability to gifts, but not of us all will activate. That's also a very true thing. And I'm not for sure why that is. I would think that they would have developed a frequency that could be put out that would awaken everybody. But some people are not actually people. Some people are actually spirits. They're actual demons. So I don't know if those types of people will be activated, but I do feel like the people that have, a human consciousness, I'm praying and hoping that they become activated, because that's what this is all about, is bringing awareness to people, awareness that they have a higher power and that they're a part of, something greater, confirmation, and that this world isn't, it isn't meant to be ruled by the wicked. Like, this planet was never designed for the wicked to take over. That's just a side effect of some type of galactic war that took place. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And again, you guys you may see blinking lights in the sky. You might feel presences around you. Again, a lot of these beings communicate with telepathy. So you could be receiving messages through telepathy as well. What I'm hearing is that everything, we are on our way, we're almost there, and everything is going to be fine. So don't completely give up, because everything's going to work out. I don't know if that's just a message for me or if that's for everybody, but I do feel like, you know, I don't know. Did the Mayan calendar predict that? Like, did the Mayans work with the Anunnaki? I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure about the Mayan calendar, because it seemed like in 2012, when they were talking about the Mayan calendar, that's when I had a major, like, activation. I had like a super major activation in 2012. Yeah, I was feeling that yesterday, Ragnarok. The solar plexus thing, it really was like what they were trying to do was they were trying to get into my inner child through getting through the back of my solar plexus. And then they were trying to bring my frequency down, because my frequency just keeps raising. And so I also am hearing that you guys may have the energy of Sekhmet within you. And that's something that people fear unknowingly, because you could unleash that upon somebody and it would be total and utter destruction for them. Oh, I'm so glad that it's a beautiful day. I'm glad that it's a beautiful day and that it's not too hot. I guess we're going into, I see my favorite time of the year is fall. Yeah, we do. My favorite time of the year is fall. I just like it because it starts to cool down. And so you have those days that are like in the 70s and 80s rather than the 90s and 100s. And so, and then I love Halloween is like my favorite holiday, even though it's, you know, there's like literally within where I live, there is like 2 or 3 haunted houses that they do during Halloween. I've been fighting negative energy lately, but you're catching them and getting them to back off. Good. Yeah. Continue to call in your guides as well. What Spirit wants you to know is that you don't have to do everything alone, even though it does feel like we're having our own individual experience. If you're feeling the energy of psychic attacks, so are your ancestors. And sometimes our ancestors had to find ways, whether it's working with crystals, prayer, meditation, singing, dance, cooking. Like, I will definitely tell you guys that when you work with your diet, it makes it so much harder for witchcraft to be done on you when you like start eating via the chakra system and stuff. Thank you so much, Fashionista. Thank you guys for supporting me. I really appreciate it. You live by the ocean now, Breeze Mermaid. Oh my God, I love that. I love that. That is awesome. Yeah, you're still a 9 of Pentacles. Even though this is like a single energy, I feel like you guys have ancestors that are here to help you. And I do feel like in the future, you won't have to rely on the what do I want to call it? Generosity of mankind, because there will be something more solid in place when it comes to you guys. And then I feel like you guys will be taught, I want to say it's hidden technology, but you'll be taught other things that the majority of shamans, high priests and high priestesses and stuff like that, they don't know about it. And it is extraterrestrial information, but it's information that existed in the last age of enlightenment. You know what I mean? So yeah, Christian, if you send me a $20 super chat, I will answer your question. No problem. So we have 2 that came out face up and 2 that came out face down. So whenever that happens, I always will read the 2 that are face up. The ones that are face up will show me what we knowingly know about. And the ones that are face down are usually what we have no idea about or what we're going to find out about. It could be something that's cloaked. These people love to cloak themselves in the energy of saints. This is what they do. They pray to a certain saint after they do witchcraft on somebody else. That's what they're doing. So they're trying to use the energy of the saints to cloak themselves. This Ace of Wands talks about, don't worry, your energy is very high and enthusiastic. The Page of Wands is also talking about your children, you leaving a legacy to them, and, you know, them being a part of this bloodline. Wow. So what we don't know is that these people, these officers, they're facing a lawsuit right now. A lawsuit is pending. Problems, unfavorable judgment in a lawsuit, unwanted marriage proposals, overwhelmed by crisis, etc. Then the 9 of Cups, that's the total wish fulfillment card. Your deepest desire is granted. So I do feel like this is going to be a reuniting that happens with you and your higher self. I also get that you have more control over this universe than what you think, and you have more control over things than what you believe. So I do feel like that's going to come in. Oh, thank you. Who was trying to get your attention last night and why? Okay. I'm kind of wishing that I had like a monster deck or something like that. Because I'm getting what I'm seeing, what I think I'm seeing is something that looks like a ghoul. But I don't know. It's not giving me a bad vibration. I'm just seeing something at the edge of your bed. I don't know, Gorgon, if you were seeing something at the edge of your bed last night. Yeah, this thing is definitely creepy. I'm seeing it standing at the edge of your bed. It's almost like trying to give you a message about something. Did you dream it? Yeah, it was a very creepy, dark feeling. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm picking up on too. It's very creepy and dark feeling. And I feel like first it had gone to one of your children's room. It was trying to send them a dream. And then it was like, okay, this is not going to work. I'm going to go into, and then it went into your room. And then it started sending you a dream. But the way that this being showed up in your dream was a complete illusion to what it looks like. So we're going to use the Shadows deck Oracle and see what comes out. Wisdom. So this does have to do with discernment, because again, just because something feels dark and creepy doesn't necessarily mean that it's completely bad for you. Let me just ask this being, what in the hell its problem is? Why is it coming back? It says that it's meant to come back at this time to basically awaken you to a higher wisdom that you didn't know about before. This is also talking about almost like a nightly journey into the underworld or an otherworldly energy. I do feel like this has to do with ascension, because the message is for you and your children. Spring and meditation. So the energy of spring, when we look at that, it's about new birthing creations and stuff like that. This meditation energy, you could be breaking past seals while you're meditating is what I'm getting. That you're tapping into this wisdom. It does feel like Odin's wisdom, but the energy that I'm picking up is like a ghoul looking hag, like something that's really creepy looking. It would scare you if you saw it. The aristocrat. Yeah. Okay. This is definitely talking about who you are, like literally to these, I don't want to call them extraterrestrials, but they could be. If we look at Odin like an extraterrestrial, he would be like a Pleiadian. Let's see. That was way too many cards that came out. They're trying to prepare you for a shift that you're going to make. Maybe it's another timeline jump. Is it a shapeshifter? Yeah, I do think that it is a shapeshifter, or at least it's got that ability. Again, there are so many different beings that can shapeshift. Like pretty much all of the Ars Goetia can shapeshift. Yeah, this meditation energy may help you become more aware of this presence around you, because it's still the it made you feel uneasy. That's exactly the way that it makes me feel too. Even though wisdom's coming out the first card, like I was saying, discernment, it's an otherworldly energy, and it's got like bug eyes, like its eyes just stick out. This is definitely to bring you in information about your ascension. That's probably why, I mean, you would think, and the whole thing is that if this being's not negative for you, which I don't get that it's negative, it's just scary. It's trying to get you to learn discernment when it comes to spirits. So this death, this thing came to give you a foresight about an adversary. Wow. Really? Death, foresight, the adversary, melting, and strength. So this is showing me that there could be somebody that's going to come into your life or try to come into your life. They want you to use your discernment with this person because they're going to be coming in with the energy of death. The moment that you start to ascend, here comes this person wanting to pull you off your path. So it's definitely somebody that's been watching you. I feel like once you understand the whole thing of, you keep seeing it interfere when you're talking to other guys that want your attentions. Yes. You know what's giving me the vibe of Snow White's mother, stepmother, when she turns into the old hag and she offers the apple. That's the vibe that I get from this being. This hunter just popped out. So I do feel like it's trying to warn you. What is it? It's trying to warn you about this person that's going to come in. Oh, this could be about somebody. Okay. So I don't know if you have stopped talking to your person's mother, but the mother's got some type of plan here that is being worked out. I feel like this being could have been attached to her and it doesn't want to complete this death ritual or whatever. I feel like it's almost like you're being hunted in the spiritual realm. It's almost like this, her mother has put a target on you, basically. The necropolis, literally, the city of the dead, has put a target on you. Like I was saying, I think that you're going into the underworld during the nighttime. It could be because you're being chased. If you've been having dreams of being chased or being stuck in the dream state, then that's definitely what this energy is. So I feel like this being cannot hurt you, okay? And I don't think that it's there to hurt you. It's there to warn you that you've got somebody working against you that has been using this whatever magic it is. Brujeria is what I just heard. It's been using this witchcraft to try to put you in a recession or to try to make you walk away from someone. And to try to get you cut off in every type of way. This person's an adversary. The sun, because they see you as the sun. What happens when the sun comes to the world of the dead? When you bring that light into the underworld, it makes things better. This being is definitely here to help you ascend, but it's also here to protect you from what this other person has done. Because there was, I guess, stuff that I wasn't aware of and that you haven't been aware of. And I feel like you've been dreaming about your mother-in-law, like in the dream state, but she's showing up as a different person. And so it's been getting you to interact with her witch ass. Ooh, she is freaking evil, dude. Greed. You did. Okay. And she was afraid of me and gave you her gold books. Okay, good. And you ran in your dreams to hide her books. She didn't trust the other gods. Okay, that makes sense. And there's good reason for that because some of them are very greedy. I think that there's an overall lesson of greed, but that's not your lesson. It's actually your mother-in-law's lesson. Winter. They wanted to make winter really hard for you, and it's a no. I feel like you're going to get even more support in winter. and even more finances in winter. Yeah. You also have beings that there maybe was some necromancy done. I mean, what is this woman into? She's into death magic. She's into divination. She's the adversary. I think that this being wants you to realize that somebody's trying to hunt you down and that they are an adversary, but they're doing this in the dreamscape summer. They're doing this in the dreamscape. They felt like if they got an energy over on you during summertime, then they were going to be able to influence your winter. And it's a no. Yeah, as long as you don't give in to whatever this energy is, it's trying to break you. And so I would literally say, God, I am tired of whoever they are, the mother-in-law is. I am tired of this person. They have stepped on my toes. They've tried to go behind me to get me fired. They've done things in the spirit to work against me, to get me messed up. And then still, even though I lost a job, even though I lost an income, even though I was losing things in my life, this person still is not, they're not satisfied with what they've already taken from me. They have to come back and take more. It's a no. So you are being called to stand up for yourself, and you may need to continuously each day call your energy and your power back to you, because this is a type of person that wants to use your energy against you so that you would self-sabotage, but that's not part of your destiny. There's no time in this like end of days situation that we're in. There's no time to go on side quests trying to kiss this woman wants you to kiss her butt, literally. Exile. She was going to have you exiled. That's what she's been trying to do. And then I do see more symbology with the exile and summertime of the story of Demeter and Persephone. So I feel like you have those very powerful energies coming through for you. And this woman keeps trying to put you in the underworld, like literally trying to stop and it's not just that she's trying to stop things in your life. This person is trying to attack their own child. Yeah. They're literally, this person is trying to stop their own child from making money. Now that's ridiculous. Because if this is the way this woman thinks, if your partner doesn't make money and can't support herself, then she'll come back and live with her mother. That's literally what this woman thinks. No, she wouldn't. Even if she had nowhere to go, she would not want to live with her mother, because her mother is so needy and so greedy and so scary. She's giving me really wicked witch. Yeah. And this woman claims to do all of this shit out of love. You did have visions of Persephone. Yeah. So you're dealing with an ancient energy that's been after you for a minute, and it just keeps manifesting through this mother-in-law. They definitely are trying to attack their own child, and they're trying to attack you. They don't want you able to reach success, because it means that they're not needed. I would never allow this person to be around your children, just FYI. This is a type of person that gives me hocus pocus vibes, where they're like give the child the drink and then they soak up the child's energy. Yeah, don't be afraid of the dark. See, you're definitely on a journey of love. And as long as you guys stay committed to that, you're going to be fine. I feel like the warning that was coming through was that somebody, aka your mother-in-law, has been trying to come into the dream state and cause serious mischief for you. We'll see what else this says. The tomb, serious mischief, as in unaliving. I mean, she wants you straight up out of the picture. She wants you completely out of the picture. Manifestation, that's what she's trying to manifest, is you being in a tomb. That's what she wants. That's why I said it was like a ghoul, like hag type energy. The door of dreams, yo. Seriously. Trying to manifest that in your sleep. Wow. How low. Lord Morpheus, please intervene on this stepmother energy. And anybody else that's messing with collective's dream, please intervene. Most High God, please intervene. Reversal. Look at that. How quick that prayer was answered. So this is going to be a major reversal because this person was trying to block your dreams. Wow, that's low. That is freaking low. So you could be getting like little pieces of a dream. You're going to be able to put all of these dreams to, yeah, you think it's her? Yeah. I've also heard that Hecate is with you as well. This is another reason why this thing wasn't able to touch you. Yes. Yeah, she uses her mom's ghost to attack you. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Which is kind of weird, but I did say necromancy. The thief, literally, whatever this person was stealing when it comes to your dreams and trying to manifest that for you, this is going to be reversed. Their mischief. And I said mischief as well, because that's what they were trying to, and this is going to be a major resolve for you. So yeah, you're going to be able to resolve this situation completely. I don't think that you need to be worried about anything. Just pay really close attention to your dreams at this time. Extremely important. And then if this being were to come back around you, it's because it's time to wake up and go through another ascension and to become aware of the people who don't have your best interest at heart. And I will tell you that it won't be everyone in your life that's like this. You played bells last night to make her go away. There you go. Yeah, Hecate is very protective. And so I feel like calling upon your spirit guides, your team of highest light and resonance, and then calling upon the archangels and God and the Holy Spirit before you go to bed, and Jesus, all of that. And then all of the other ones like Persephone, Demeter, Hades, all of that. I would call upon them before you go to bed, especially, with what's going on right now, because it's going to bring a resolve. It's going to bring passion back into your life as well. These people were trying to steal your passion, your abilities, and your gifts and talents through the dream state, which is actually a spiritual crime. Yeah, this is the truth. It's a spiritual crime to do that to anybody. And you could also be very passionate about the truth and discovering the truth. Yeah, you've been having energy hot flashes again, like in the beginning. Wow. Wow. The key. So this truth is a key. It's a stepping stone to a new way of living, to a new state of existence. So just as much as these people wanted to stop you, they're going to have to watch you succeed. Vigilance. The key is being vigilant and staying up on your spiritual cleansing, staying up on your prayer, staying up on your visualization, your manifestations, staying up with clearing your energy. I feel like all of that's really important, especially when you have spell work being sent to you, because a spell work is meant to cling to you. But if your vibration isn't low, it won't be able to attach to you. It'll basically be like, you'll see it in your peripherals and around your vision, but it won't actually be able to attach to you. Yeah, you think that she's trying to tear you and your daughter apart by attacking your energy. I agree with that. I exactly agree with that. She doesn't want you having a happy family for some reason, which is really weird if this person is a mother. You know what I mean? She's tearing you guys apart. Yeah. Okay. So I would be praying for your daughter. I always pray for all of your children and your pets, but specifically, you may want to pray that the bond between you and your daughter never gets broken, because somebody is trying to attack that. Why did the aristocrat? I thought that I put the aristocrat down. I guess I didn't. So yeah, being vigilant. Remembrance. You're going to remember something really important about another lifetime that you had with this person and that your daughter also had with them. And I think you remembering that is going to give you a lot of answers as to why they keep coming back in this life to break you guys up. Defiance. They were very defiant in this other life when they were told to stop and leave you alone. And I do feel like Hecate will protect you from this person. You may want to light an actual candle and say some protective prayers and call upon the flame of Hecate to burn away all confusion, all witchcraft, and anything that is like manipulative that this person has done. She wants her daughter with a man. That's exactly it. That's why that's only one reason though as to why she's doing this. That she's got a lot of reasons. Entanglement. That's crazy. Entanglement. Divergence. She wants you to diverge off of this path so you will not be with her anymore. That's sad. The maestro, she also feels like she's in control of this. This woman is not in control of the witchcraft she sends out. In fact, this stuff is actually pathetic. And the fact that she's trying to use ancient secrets and occult knowledge stuff, that's why you're getting downloads. Because what you do to get this person out of your energy, I would be praying Psalm 91 against them. I would also be asking that God continues to reveal the truth and continues to show you what the next step is that needs to be done to keep this person out of your energy. You can't really force your partner to, like, you never want to talk shit about somebody's parents, but you can't really force your partner to see things the way as you do. But eventually she will, if that makes sense. Yes. And when you do feel trapped in the dream state, or if you feel stuck, because I am getting some like, what is it called? It's when you make it, what is it called when the entities come, and sleep paralysis. I do feel like they were trying to put you in some type of sleep paralysis. And so okay, sorry about that, you guys. Also, these beings could be trying to bring you to another world through like astral travel, astral projection. You may want to sprinkle some salt around your bed and around your daughter's bed and just kind of, do a little cleanse before sleep and a little bit of prayer. I think that both of those are going to work and help. But yeah, that's something that you'll have to stay up on, especially when you know that somebody's sending energy and things to block you. And the fact that they're coming so hard for you in the dream state literally shows me that you guys have downloads that are coming through in the dream state, like really important downloads. You know what I mean? Yes, that's exactly it. Because I'm definitely warning you about this woman's attack. And she definitely, her intention was to block your connection. You know what I mean? So yeah. And I do feel like, to answer Alex's comment, the thing is that why God allowed psychic attacks to go through and witchcraft and things like that, it is not to punish you, and it's not to show you that you're not loved, but what it is for training. If you don't ever learn how to cleanse your energy, stay prayed up, protect your energy, and how to fight off the darkness, then you can't teach that to your children. And so basically it is part of a learning process, but once you get it figured out, you get to graduate and move forward, and it makes you a lot stronger. What doesn't kill you literally makes you stronger. And these attacks, even though the person sending them does have the intention to unalive, these attacks are not stronger than your spiritual team, if that makes sense. Yeah, I feel so sad that you guys are going through this type of stuff. That's why I want to be able to be here to help you guys through it, because it's no fun to go through spiritual experiences. Yeah, they will not succeed. And it's no fun to go through spiritual experiences and be sitting there and being like, what in the hell does this mean? It makes no sense to me. So yeah, you guys are going to be okay though. Just, meditate, pray, and then pay attention to what your children's dreams are. Because again, your children, they have a little bit different of a filter. Everyone's got a different filter, Yeah. And so if you guys do feel like you're still getting attacked, rainbow obsidian is one of the best crystals for psychic attack. But again, you guys, best for psychic attack. You guys have to have it on you. Sometimes, like, let's say that, so what I do is I will put howlite another stone that helps with nightmares. I'll put halite and selenite underneath my bed. And that kind of helps. Helps with nightmares and sleep patterns. And know that this altered consciousness that you're in when you're dreaming, you use dream catchers. Perfect. That's perfect. So make sure that you're cleansing them either with sunlight or with sage or with prayer or with energy. Shungite Elite. Yeah, Shungite Elite is awesome. Shungite Elite is really good if you feel like you are getting attacks through the phone or through the internet. And it's like a higher grade of shungite, and it's like more reflective, but it's really good. Yeah. Yeah, always, exactly, Alex. Always stand your ground, always cleanse your energy and pray, and then have faith that what you've done is going to be enough. And know that if a being comes to you to warn you and they're very offensive looking, I used to have these like horrible experiences as a child where dead people would crawl all over me and they would be like clearly looking dead. You know what I mean? And I would be mortified. I would have to call my mother into my bedroom every night. Poor woman never got to sleep, literally, just really sad. And until I realized that, okay, these beings, even though they're dead looking and they're scary, they're not here to hurt me. They're just trying to give me a message. Once I was able to realize that that's what was happening, my fear became a lot less. Exactly. I knew he'd come for my garden. They can't do much else. Yeah, it's giving me real Rapunzel vibes. You know what I mean? How Rapunzel's parents sneak into the witch's garden to take something. I do feel like these people are trying to get into your dreams so that they can access the download that God's sending you. Because God is literally giving you download after download after download. So when you guys get messages, just write them down real quick. Yeah. And God wants to see if you're going to, like, God knows that you're not going to, at this point, that you're not going to stoop down to these other people's level and fight against them. But God still wants to know that you love yourself enough to purify yourself and cleanse yourself. These people will be in the 10 of Swords. I mean, it's inevitable. It's inevitable because it was unwarranted and a lot of spiritual laws were broken. Like I said, going into somebody else's dream state is evil and wicked. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Please make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much to the people that donated today. I desperately needed that so bad. You guys have no idea. I really hope that I can be here for the month of September and everything. And so thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Okay. I'm giving you air hugs and lots of support. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you, and continue to fight back. Don't ever just like lay down and let people walk on you, because first they're going to do it with their energy and then they'll come in and do it with their feet. And so you always want to just say, no, I'm, that energy, that's that, whatever that a psychic attack is, that's not my energy. I'm not going to claim that. You don't have to claim any energy that doesn't belong to you. And you can always return it back to the sender. And by doing that, you're not attacking somebody else. You're just saying, look, this energy that was sent to me, that's not my energy, and it's somebody else's. Okay. All right, you guys, you're welcome. God bless you. I'll see you in the next reading. Have a wonderful day. Peace be with you. Bye, guys. Know that God loves you, and so do I.